Welcome to SLS Impact Room, where every conversation creates impact. I personally have questions, interesting questions for Mr. Collins Okoha. Let's get into it.
When does a guy decide to be in a serious relationship?
When does a guy decide to be in a serious relationship?
Yes, that's the one. Where does he make up his mind, knowing that yes, he's free to actually engage other women? But when does he now have to decide to say, okay, fine, let's just be one person. Let me just dedicate my time and my body, everything to one person, and not give my time or my body to another person. Just like a woman would do in a relationship, like.
Do you mean in terms of, okay, I want to settle down as a man who wants to get married?
And before you settle down as a man and get married now, you have to be somewhere, or some people, you trying to tell me that as a guy now, before you settle, you just have to test the waters, and the one that you feel can make a wife is the one you settle with. Even while you're in a relationship, you can be sharing your wedding cards, and other girls you've been in with or been with will know.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's it's more of a thing of maturity. Best exposed.
Okay.
If time will come, no matter how much you like or want a woman, if you are not ready for commitment as a man, you will not commit. Most men will not commit if they are not ready to settle down. Not because they want to gallivant or cheat, because mentally they are not ready. Women, these aspects, they mature faster, and men are usually, we are more scared of commitments than women.
Does it have to do with age? Like 1 minute. What I mean is mentally, like, does it have to get to a stage whereby they will say, I'm not mentally ready, but age wise, my family, you said I should get married.
Age-wise, you could have gotten to the point where, okay, it's because of our society, it's time for you to settle down with a single person or a particular person. But mentally and emotionally, you might not be ready for that kind of commitment. It's easier for women, but for men, it is not so easy to get to the point where, okay, I'm ready for commitment. When you're ready for commitment, you also have to look at, okay, who do I want to commit to? That is another thing that a man looks at. There are a lot of things that goes into it. When it comes to, okay, because the moment you say you want to stay committed, it means that you are looking at somebody you could eventually end up with.
Okay.
That is a lot of investments in terms of time, emotions, your mental health, and even financially. And in this part of the world, it is expensive. It is an expensive endeavor to get married, especially for the man.
Okay.
Usually, the cost of the wedding, big or small, is usually not all the time. It's usually the man that bears the brunt of that expenses.
But the woman can still suggest
That's why I
support.
says usually, not all the time.
Not all the time.
Usually. So when the man looks at it, he's going to ask himself questions. Am I ready to commit such resources as they may be? Finance, emotion,
Okay.
psychologically, and everything. Am I ready to commit such resources to one person? If yes, who is the person? And why am I going to do this? So why do I have to do this for this person or to this person or with this person? These are the questions that go through your mind as a man. That's where the idea or the concept of peace comes in, because women, God has blessed them with the ability to function in chaos. Most men cannot.
Okay.
Most men cannot function properly in chaos, especially here it is in a place of rest. Outside, oh my God, they could. But when they go back to the place where they are supposed to rest, and there's also chaos that place, then it becomes a problem. So they are looking, even though he has gotten to the point where, okay, it's time to settle down, he's also looking. This particular individual is the person going to give me that peace that I need. Because for us, it is not just a want, it is a need.
Mm. And he must have been in a relationship with this person for how long?
Of course, no. There's no set time. Some
Okay.
people could be in a relationship for 2 weeks and decide that this is the person. Some people could be in a relationship for a year, 2 years. It doesn't really. There's no timetable to it. Both for the women and for the men. It's like a woman that is usually where she has suitors, but before she would give attention to any of her suitors, before she gives attention to any of your sorry, she takes time. So people say, oh, he was after me, was toasting me for a year, he was toasting me for 6 months, and I didn't agree. That same person will tell you, oh, I met one guy in the supermarket, and I gave him a server, and we hit it off. Within a space of 10 minutes of coming to buy things. So there's no time to it.
Okay. You can just decide.
Yes. And when it comes for you, it comes for you. Yes.
And in a short period of time that you don't get to know somebody really, really well, because we are meant to know people, like take your time in knowing someone so that you don't enter the marriage and then start complaining or some certain things, So I guess there should be time to that. Like before you decide this person is your
This guy. That's the problem.
you have to date the person, maybe 6 months now or 1 year.
If you give the person, is 6 months enough to know a person?
Sometimes 1 year is not even enough.
2 years, 3 years. There are people that, okay, this case is a real life example. I know this couple, I think I've also read about them. I know them. Then I read about them. 7 years of dating. Together in the same house from their university. In short, they started dating in secondary school. Made sure they went to the same university. Stayed together. Graduated. Made sure they served together. In the same city. The guy got a job. The lady led some trade. And they were all together. Now everybody was complaining. You cannot be together because everybody knew them together. He decided to tell the guy was working in the bank. Took a loan for 4 million. They got married. 3 months. And they had it. They broke out the wedding. And everything.
Crash.
Yes. The guy paid. For the next 3 years, he was paying 4 million. That loan he took to fund the wedding. And everybody was asking, didn't he know who she was? Or didn't they know each other? But they were together for 7 years, living in the same house. The moment they got married,
Everything changed. Yeah.
So you cannot put a time frame to this thing.
And you're not sure what happened.
No. I never asked. I'm not that close to them.
Okay. They had kids
No, not to my knowledge. They just spent 3 months together.
inside the marriage.
They were dating for 7 years. They were together that 7 years.
And nobody knows if while they were dating for that 7 years, if she has taken in any time.
So they probably would have. I don't know. It wasn't a question of kids. It was just he didn't work out. So everybody, they blamed everybody. They blamed themselves. They blamed everybody. She had left us the way we were because they were happy together.
Okay.
But she got married and then, you're my wife, you're my husband. And then the relationship changed.
Wow. It's crazy.
So you cannot put a time frame. Because putting a time frame, it gives people anxiety. It's like, oh, you must not date this person more than 6 months before you marry the person. You must not date this person more than 1 year. What if towards that time, the person is seeing something in you that they don't like? Or you are seeing something in the person that they don't like? What happens next?
Or maybe one person is hiding their real identity.
These are also some of the whole, because it's easy to pretend for 6 months than it is to pretend for 2 years.
So once you're in the marriage, you can just show your color as you like it.
So it's not a question of there's no time frame. There's no set time for me anyways, I don't know, but there's no set time to date a person for how long you want to date before you get married. That is, you are, it becomes too technical.
Yeah.
And in the end, it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
The whole aim of dating is to get to know each other informally before the formality of courtship. Because courtship is a formal agreement. You have entered into a formal agreement. You are betrothed, and it's like, okay, this person is going to get married to this person, and everybody knows. That is why they call it engagement. You engage the person, and that means you are betrothed to the person, and that is where your courtship begins.
Okay, the courtship the courtship you mean is okay, yes, I get. But can people start the courtship with sex?
You can start it with anything.
Anything, I mean?
Of course, you can start it with anything. There are people that have met the club, had sex that night, got married, and they've been together 20 years. There are people that have not had sex at all, got married, and the marriage is in chaos. So there's no, as I said, no time.
Yeah, okay. Another question is when there's sex involved and the guy is more like, do not have sex with any other person except for me. Except for me, you get, it's just like making the whole relationship an exclusive one. And to the woman, she's sure that the guy is still seeing someone else.
Okay.
You get, is it foolish of her to just keep the guy as her particular sex mate, or still cheat? Like, can she comfortably if she wants to? Or is it advisable for her to actually maintain that promise?
You have to look at it so, like, from different angles. But the first things first, two wrongs don't make a right. You get, the man cheatens himself by cheating and sleeping with other women when you are in a common exclusive
Relationship, yeah.
Now you cheapening yourself and also doing the same in an exclusive relationship, it's not helpful. It doesn't help. You are not even making sense. Now, if you want to go, that's fine. You can. This guy is cheating. I'm not comfortable with the whole thing. You want to leave. That's it. The reason for leaving, nobody will blame you. You are not comfortable with what he is doing, right? Or you doing the same thing and thinking you're getting back at him. You're making matters worse. First and foremost, you are a woman. The dynamics for sex, when it comes to men and comes to women, are two different things entirely.
So what makes it different?
Well, for one, biology. Do I say it's fortunate or do I say it's unfortunate? For one, biology. That's the crazy thing. Biology makes it different.
In a man.
I'm going to say this and it's going to sound biased, but it's the unfortunate truth because of society. If a man lines up several women and sleep with them, it does not diminish his value. If a woman does the same, her value goes.
Why?
Because when men are judged, they are judged with their future. But women are judged, they are judged with their past.
Why?
This is how life works, and it's how it has always been. And I think it's because of the fact that men, first and foremost, we live in a patriarchal society.
Okay.
We live in a patriarchal society where the potential of a man plays a big role to a lot of things. You get? Good. Another one is mentally. A man does not need emotional attachment to enjoy or have sex with a woman.
Okay.
It's slightly different for a woman.
Why won't a man need emotion?
That is how it is for a man. A man can be with you for 20 years, have sex with you for that 20 years, and not like you for one day. And
Like your company.
Yes.
But he enjoys the sex.
That is a man for you.
So I thought a man shows his emotions through the act of sex, how he makes love to you.
No. For him, it is just pleasure. Yes, it's just pleasure. So he might not like you. He might not like you. I still want to have sex with you. Case in point, men pay for sex. Even though they know these ladies are prostitutes. No man likes a prostitute. He knows how she's a prostitute, but he would still pay her heavy for sex.
Even when he's in a relationship, maybe.
Yes, even if he's in a relationship, he wants to have sex with this person and he knows that this person is a prostitute or she's into sex for change. He's going to pay to have sex with her. If you tell him, okay, if his girlfriend says, oh, this is the person you like, he will tell you, no, he's not going to. Even if his girlfriend leaves him, he's not going to end up with that prostitute. But it's slightly different for a woman. Unless a woman is using the sex for business.
Oh, yeah.
Unless the woman is using the sex for
business, yeah.
she cannot use sex in that way.
It's the concept of marriage. Is it to limit some men's behavior?
No, not just men. Basically, a man and woman, we are created in this world to be together. One. Secondly, procreation is also another very important thing. There must be a man and a woman for procreation to happen, right? Then, thirdly, the furthering of a line.
Okay.
Furthering of a line. That's why men are designed to spread their seed. A woman has one egg every month.
True.
Men have billions every day. If you keep 10 girls today,
Yeah.
and they are all ovulated, a healthy male can get each and every one pregnant if he sleeps with all of them. That's saying it. And tomorrow he goes again.
Wow. You guys are highly favored.
No, it's not. So when you see a man that doesn't follow his base instinct, it is discipline.
Oh, yes. I like that word.
It is discipline because men are judged to their future, right? Females are trained to see and take note of a particular direction that a man's future should or is going.
Okay.
So when they see somebody that has potential, they tend to want to be with the person because they want security. That's how females have been designed. They are the ones that make the hole. The man is the one that goes outside, fence for, also does the protecting.
Yeah.
That is why men are physically stronger and much more prone to violence. More than women. Men are physically stronger and much more prone to violence. And mentally, women are stronger. Mentally, they're stronger.
Okay, but when you say men don't really put so much emotions in sex, why would they now get jealous when they see their woman with somebody?
That is not sex. Now, that is what we call territoriality. Men are designed to be protectors. Okay. And I told you about physical aggression, isn't it? Men are designed to be prepared. If you come into a man's territory, the base instinct is to fight. Push the other person out.
Out, yeah.
So a man basically is not fighting because of the emotion he has in sex. No, he can get that on numerous women. If a man has 20 women and one of his women starts dating with somebody, he's still gonna be jealous. Even though he's not doing it. Because it is his own, it is his territory. Nobody encourages so.
What about men who like to share, like all this something?
Look at the ladies they are sharing it. You get, and it is recently that we started having that idea that a man will have a wife and then his wife is going to bring somebody or he's going to bring another man to come and sleep with his wife. Normally it's not done. The basic thing is if you have your woman, it's yours. She's yours, your property. And nobody should
tamper, yes.
That's why when it comes to marriage, to most cultures, ask you to pay before the woman is
yours, yeah.
Because she's coming to push your line. So you pay for that.
Yes.
Some say pay heavily. Because if those days when it was farming, right? A woman is a younger from 16, she starts to give birth. If she gives birth every year for the next 15 years, before she's done, maybe she has 12 children. Those are 12 people that can work on your farm. Yes. I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness.
I'm telling you. Those are 12 people that can work on your farm for you. You train them to a certain age, and after that, they start going to the farm with you. When it was agriculture.
Yeah.
And then the young men, they are still in the house with you until maybe they are 20, 25. By that time, you help them to marry their first wife. That's 16. That starts to give birth. He is still in the house with you. And when his wives are coming, his wives will also help him in his own farm. That's your son. And then help you in your own farm because you are still taking care until he's able to move out and get his own place.
His own place, yeah.
And those women will now be workers for him.
Wow.
So the idea of marrying plenty was for the production of food.
So you have more laborers.
You have more people that work because you have to multiply wealth. You didn't understand the idea of mechanized farming before. So in order for you to farm a big land, you needed to have more people to do that. And it is cheaper to have them
in your family. Yeah. Wow. Oh. It's amazing sight. But now it takes a wealthy man to actually have more than one wife.
No, it doesn't take a wealthy man to actually have more than one wife. A lot of people can have 2, 3. In short, you could just marry rich women that are ready to settle down. You don't have to work to take care of. It happens now. That's what people are practicing. Now, it's an aberration. People are turning it upside down. It shouldn't be that way. It was never designed to be that way. But it is happening. And unfortunately, the birth rate for females is higher than the birth rate for males. It's not even unfortunately. That is how it has always been.
In the population of females,
they are usually up to 6 or 7 is to 1. And it is evolution designed it that way. Evolution intentionally designed it that way. That the carriers of babies are more than the people that spread the seed. That's why in every organism in this world that has male and female, you will never see where males are more than females. Naturally, in the theory of natural selection, that's why when the woman is pregnant, the female babies have a higher survival percentage than the male babies. The males are usually very, very feeble, but the females, it's thick. It's easy. Most of the women you see doing everything when they are married and they are pregnant, they are usually female babies that they are carrying. But the male babies are usually a little bit more problematic. It's how nature has designed
it.
Yes. And then when you are giving birth to at the young age, the females, actually they have a higher chance of survival than the males.
Interesting.
That's just for evolution. Evolution makes it now.
Yeah, so therefore, a man is free to marry. Like,
it depends. It depends on the culture you are looking at.
Okay.
Because another thing you should look at is this. Because man is aggressive in nature, if there is a shortage of women, the whole world would have been in chaos, right? Because men will be struggling for the ones that are available.
Available, yeah.
But because there's no shortage of females, but instead a shortage of boys, the ones that are available, the women compete for the ones that are available, but they are not prone to violence like men.
Like men, yeah. But I've seen cases, I've seen a case, or there have been cases where...
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, we know that there have been cases, but general, it's not sick. When you are talking about violence, imagine it's the way women are plenty in this world is the way men are plenty in this world. And then you have women in the number of legs. The wars will be having is not going to be a joke. Because for one woman alone, millions have died. In the case of, remember the case, this one is history now, Troy, Queen Helen, that Prince Paris took from the Trojans, right? Is it from the Trojans or the Greeks? He took them from, they went for a diplomatic mission and he came back with the wife to the brother of the king.
Okay.
That's started. That was what brought down Troy. Achilles died in that war. Achilles died in that war. Hector died in that war. Uh, Hector's father died in the war.
Because of a woman.
One woman. He refused to return the woman. And the brother of the king of the other people said, he has been insulted, so they must go back. For that, millions perished in both cities. For that one war. In short, the man sacrificed his daughter to the gods to allow them cross the ocean. He gave ships.
The Trojan horse.
The Trojan people. The Trojan horse you're talking about is a story inside of that. The Trojans, they made a horse.
A horse, like a gift.
Yes.
Okay.
That's where the concept of Trojan horse came. It will send it to you like something, maybe like a link in your phone, or so when you click on it, it also attacks you. So that is what happened here.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So for just that one woman, so imagine today with all the weapons we have,
Yeah.
and women as cars, then you still the woman of the president of the United States.
Jeez.
You get. So it is let's going back to what we're saying about talking about aggression and the number of women. It is only a certain culture that has said that it is supposed to be one man, one wife.
Why? Okay.
Most other cultures on earth understands that women are more than men.
Okay.
And allow men to marry more than one wife.
Wow.
Do you get? If it's just the Europeans and Christianity that has said that, but even Judaism, which is the birthplace of Christianity, never condemned. In short, in the Bible, as you know it, it's no place where you are told to marry only one wife. That's the crazy part. So it is the European tradition that came and colonized a lot of people that have insisted on one man and one wife. Even God himself knew that it was practically impossible to do that. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, most of them had multiple wives. And God still blessed
very well off.
I don't know if you understand.
I understand. Okay.
So it is the culture of some people, and that is where a lot of people are making a mistake. They think it is their culture to marry one guy. Your culture, you, after speaking from traditional marriage, also permits your husband to one wife. Your culture. You want a traditional marriage, you want to wear this, you want them to carry wine to your father. That thing you're doing should tell you that your husband is not limited to one wife. If he wants to be with you alone,
That's his own decision.
yes. So when a man decides, oh, I want to be with this woman, this is the only woman I want to date, right? That is what he wants to do. All the great men in the Bible that you follow, none of them had single wives. They all had multiple wives, even concubines.
Wow.
Some even got married to sisters. There was one that got married to two sisters. Got married to their servants.
Huh.
In the Bible.
Okay. Saying in the Bible. Oh my God. This is well. Okay, but let's come down to our side, like here in Nigeria, whereby I've noticed, though, for me, is an experience I've had. Like, I noticed that a guy who approaches you, probably even when you tell the person you're in a relationship, they tend to come forward more. Like, they don't go back like and say, okay, since you're in a relationship, that means I'll let you be. I think that's when they even bother you the more. It's crazy.
The world is what we call there's a law of natural selection.
Okay.
The strong will usually take things on the eat. It's a law of natural selection, so that the weakest will be removed completely and only the strong remain, so that the species will bring strong offspring. It also plays out here. When a man comes to you, he sees something he wants to you, and he says, "It's you I want." Yeah. It doesn't matter if you're in a relationship or not. It's you he wants. So he's going to keep coming and coming and coming in the hope that you will see his own attributes and pick him over your proposed or your said pattern.
And they go as far as offering money. Why?
Because that is the problem. That's a societal problem. Societal decadence. That is what it is. In that case, it is assumed wrongly, I might add, because it is assumed that your worth as a man is determined by how much you have in the bank. Yes, in a way, that is it. And fortunate enough, most men that offer money have done it before and were successful, bro.
And it worked for them.
It worked for them. So when it doesn't work for them in your case, they are usually surprised. Why? So it is because it is an enabling environment for that kind of thing, right? The ladies will always choose the man or would always break faith with the person they are with if the other person is having more money. And the men were willing to, the men, as long as they want to sleep with you, they are willing to throw more money at you just to get what they want.
And for the ladies who actually accept that, but still see the one that, okay, assuming now, the lady is dating a guy who doesn't really have much, and there's someone who does have, and she meets the one that has money, just to still, after meeting that one, she will still bring it home here to the one that doesn't have and takes care of that one. And the one at home doesn't ask questions like,
That is, in this case, I don't even know what to call it, but it's still the same decay, moral decay that we have in the society. Because as an individual, even if you are a woman, if you know your man he doesn't have a job, he doesn't have a business, he goes out and comes back with money. The first thing you're supposed to do is, hey, how did this money come about?
yes,
How did it come about? That's the first thing you're supposed
well, exactly.
But when you don't ask those questions, he eats. Of course, it basically means that you don't want to know where it came from.
As long as
You are eating.
yeah,
So it's the same thing with the man too. When the woman goes out, she doesn't have a job. She doesn't have a trade. She doesn't have a business. She goes out, comes back. Beautiful clothes, beautiful shoes, a lot of materials, things that she brought back home. And she brings back money. You look at it and you sit down and comfortably share. Then you yourself, you are not worth it, because first and foremost, you are supposed to ask, Madam, hey, this money, how did it come
about.
Same thing with your kids. I remember the first time I made money.
What if she lies with her job?
The moment she goes above her means, you should start asking questions. It sounds harsh, but it is the reality of the situation. The moment she goes above her needs, you should start asking questions. Because usually it is not her fellow females that give Padama. It's
Exactly.
usually a man that gives.
A man, yeah.
What? In return for what? That's the question. In return for what? Don't assume, but these are the questions you should ask. This money you got from this guy is a return for what? And a man, so I know I was. Return for what?
It is well. But I'm just like, wondering, they don't okay, here conscience doesn't have to matter. Like
She has conscience
still
matters.
comes home,
Conscience matters.
but still tells the guy, I love you so much, and she'll still go outside.
Higher conscience. In this case, people that for whatever is the day, they deaden their conscience, right? Do all sorts of things. In the hope that after some time they are going to stop. Usually that is the excuse. I'm going to stop doing this after so. I'm going to stop doing this. That's not be honest.
So I think for a woman as well, sometimes they go for the material things more than the love in question.
Social women go for materials. Most women end up with people they don't love. And that's why they have issues with intimacy in their marriages. They don't end up with people they love. They end up with the person that is ready But most women look for security.
First, yeah. But is it not what the society wants a woman to look for?
No, it is how a woman is designed. Oh, they are designed to look for security. The person that is a provider and a protector.
But most powerful women, okay, what happened? What about them? Like, I think
If you look at it very well, are they the rule or the exception? Successful women, are they the rule or the exception? They are the exception. In the dynamics of most relationships in this world, the men are more successful. And averagely, men bring in more money into a home than a woman. Women are coming up, but even what the women earn usually is not up to what most men earn. It's just like that. That's how the world has. That is how the world has been. It is now that we are trying to equalize. And Nigeria is one of the societies that does not look at your gender when paying you. If you're a civil servant, they don't. If you're a male,
sure, well, yeah.
you are just paid. Nigeria is one of the societies that adopted that first. A lot of societies will look at it then as where they. So the women, they look at not just material things.
Yeah.
They also look at who is ready to settle down, who is ready to commit. As I told you, commitment, women are much more prone to commitments than men. Men fear commitment more.
More.
Yes. But why? It's just how men has been. He has to see a place where he thinks that he's going to be comfortable before he settles. So that's why most men do not end up with the people that they love, on the person that is ready, in the hopes that they will fall in love with that person in the marriage.
Try.
Sometimes it doesn't work out, and the emotion can be very crazy too. Now, imagine being expected to be intimate with a person you don't have any feelings for the rest of your life. You are going to give excuses at any opportunity that you have. Any excuse that has an opportunity, use it to not be intimate with that person because you do not have any feelings for the person. The only reasons why you are even agreeing is because the person is your husband. That again leads to men cheating, because when a man doesn't get enough of it at home and he's basically being used as a bill payer, he becomes a problem. Do you understand?
Yeah, how often should a man get it at home?
As often as possible. As often as there shouldn't be a timetable. If you want it every day, you should get it every day. It should be something that both of you enjoy though. Something that both of you enjoy, because the bonding sex gives, nothing else gives it, including money. Nothing gives bonding like sex between a man and a woman. Nothing bonds their relationship like sex. Nothing. It's a very powerful tool for bonding. So that's why the first 15 years of your marriage is extremely important. You should have as much sex as possible, so that in the years where you don't want to have that much sex, you've already had a foundation. Of course, when you get older, it picks up again. When you get older, it picks up. So there are certain years, the middle ages between 35 to, let's assume for people that got married at maybe 25, in the time they are 40, the need for sex drops a little bit, so maybe they are 50, 52 for women, and it picks up again. Especially if you date after their menopause, most women, their libido goes into overdrive.
Wow.
Yes. Because basically that is the only time in her life when she's free to have sex without any sort of repercussion in terms of pregnancy.
Pregnancy, yeah. Wow. Just that.
Thank you so much for coming, and do stay impactful as always.